I'm in the jungle and really lacking in hustle. My eyes shuffle the gamble of mind games. I'm living in time frames, coffins and blood stains. The evils of my shame, the gore and the side pains. We've been talking money for a while and lack same. We've been trying to put together thoughts but Yo, I got a lot to do today, but I'm glad I can get this reaction off early. So without further ado, what up YouTube? My name is Riz Ill and I'd like to welcome you back to my channel. And today we are going to be doing another REN reaction, and this one is titled The Tales of Jenny and Screech. Yeah, that's what it's titled, right? Yes, I believe that is what it's titled. It's a 13-minute suggestion by subscriber or viewer. I don't know if you subscribed yet or whatever, or you're just a viewer, but anyways, thank you. Good Girl Gone Bad. I'm starting to try and to memorize like the people who suggest stuff so I can give you like a shout out, even though I think the shout out is part of the packages and stuff. But fuck it, I'm gonna give you a shout out anyway. Thank you for this suggestion, Good Girl Gone Bad. Oh, is it Good Girl Gone Bad, or is it just Good Girl Gone, or whatever, you know? I'm even start doing that thing where, you know, the reaction channels where they like start like putting like the suggestion itself and like the picture of it to show people this is the suggestion. And wait, why am I bugging out over like semantics? Anyways, we're just gonna get to this REN reaction, and we're gonna go further down the is it career of this man or the discography of this man, and see his work and see what he has to offer the world in terms of his music, and how he's truly like impacting people's lives in a powerful way. So without further ado, let's get to it.
It was a quiet dark night in an empty street, somewhere in the city. Jenny walked alone, she was dragging her feet, she was heading back home to sleep. Well, she knew this town, she knew this floor, because she walked it about 1,000 times before she wanted to escape. Can you blame? Well, on the very same night, in a different place, there was this hooded young youth by the name of James. He was 14 years old and out of his brain, he'd been smoking ganja with the boys. James, he grew up to be a kid of the street. His mates called him Screech, he was quick on his feet. He was a liar, a thief, but 14 years old, the devil had set his sights on his soul. As Jenny walked home all alone, she felt scared. Usually she was alright, but it was like there was something in the air. The divine intervention telling her to beware, maybe intuition bugging her and making her so scared.
She about to get raped, isn't she? Before we continue though, let me just say I like the way he starts his what you call his songs with like a sort of like melody that he sings, or he sings basically and stuff. I see that not only as a good way to start a song, but I can see like when he was writing it, he had that tune in his head, and it helped him guide, like it helped guide his pen to write all of these songs. A lot of us artists have these little techniques that you think they're part of the song, but they're actually the blueprint for the song that we just left in the song because they were such a pivotal part of our mind exploding with ideas.
Siren sound and listen to the beat of Jenny's feet. A symphony of night that echoes grand on under the street. Jenny turns the corner, the eyes they meet. A poor girl Jenny, a boy named Screech. Give me your money, bitch, give it to me. If you cooperate, then you'll soon be free. I want your purse, your phone, don't fucking look at me. I mean it, bitch, are you listening to me? Jenny frees a statue like a lady shakes a stalactite. Feel like liquid nitrogen in the dark night. She tried to find strength to move, but stayed as still as a statue in high-heeled shoes. What the hell you playing at? You playing games with me? I swear to fucking God, I'll slice the rosy off your cheek. You think I don't mean it though? You don't know me. The last thing you see will be a boy code. Screech reached with the sheath of the blade, with the teeth that could bite through steel and slice concrete, and he swung possessed with the devil in his chest, and the statue she was turned to butter in her breath. It was a quiet dark night in an empty street, somewhere in another city. Jenny lay still on the cold concrete, she's found somewhere to sleep. Well, she knew this town, she knew this floor, 'cause she'd walked it about 1,000 times before. I guess that she escaped. It's such a shame.
Yo, before this thing starts, okay, did she not get like not like I'm like cheering for it or I want it to happen, obviously, no. But like did she get molested or something afterwards, or was it just like a plain robbery, like, or whatever, because those situations usually don't end up well for women in that way, so I think I got lost in the lyrics and everything. Did she
Our story, it starts right at the end of the life of poor Jenny, clocked out like Big Ben. Dear Screech, dear boy, where did he go? He melted into the black night just like snow. Patrick, man, let me in, please open the door. I think I fucked up, Patrick, really fucked up, man, I'm not sure. I go crazy, left this lady lying still on the floor. I think I killed her, Patrick, come on, man, I can't knock no more.
Shit, so it went bad, man. Listen, guys, I'm sorry. I try to pay attention to everything, but sometimes you get lost and your mind gets jumbled up and stuff because, like, I'm trying to listen to everything at the same time, and sometimes the lyrics, like, when people sing, it's like not as clear. That's why like lyric videos are so like important for reaction videos, because at least you get to see and as well as hear everything. You know what I'm saying? But it does ruin the reaction, and you do need to catch the lyrics and all of that. But oh, okay, so it went bad or something. Oh, he got overzealous, maybe, and he killed her. Did he get overzealous or did she do something? I don't think she did something, because from what I remember from the lyrics, that whole time she was petrified. And I think he got overzealous, and like Ren obviously preached about the darkness he had within him, and like the evil he had within him. So he got overzealous and killed her. Shit, Jenny, fuck. Yo, wait.
But Screech kept on knocking till his knuckles became sore. But there's no sign of Patrick down at number 54. No refuge for our villain, for the bitter hands of fate. With something far more sinister in mind, it does away. Hey babe, you in? No, nothing really, I'm just a bit tired, listen. Can I swing around yours for a few moments? I just really miss you, babe.
This guy is extremely talented. Like what I'm realizing in this video as well, I already knew he was obviously a talented musician, but like a skilled musician, but his talent knows no bounds. This guy can like he can play the guitar like a savant. He can switch between singing and rapping at the same time, and he can do acting as well on top of everything, all in one video. You know, there's no cuts. It's like constant shot. It's like a constant shot, and obviously they've maybe layered it with what you call. Wait, have they layered it with the original audio for the song itself? Because I barely hear like proper background noise. I hear hints of background noises when things get quiet and stuff, but they might have layered it. Let me pay attention properly, but I don't think they've. I think they've layered it, but still, it's still all quite impressive everything he does.
What the fuck do you mean you're busy? You fucking bitch! For fuck's sakes! Siren sounds approaching like a banshee in the night. The shrill cry of justice cutting like the sharpest knife. But Screech was never one to run, no one to miss a fight. One hand upon his blade, he turned to face the blue lights. Come on then, you fucking cunts, let's fucking have you then. I am Screech, I'm the boss, I'm the ender of men. You think that uniform you're wearing means that you own these streets? These are my fucking streets, and they call me fucking Screech. Richard was an officer who stood at 6 foot 3, working London on the night shift. What he didn't think he'd see was the boy running at him like an animal possessed. With no time to hesitate, he fired 4 bullets at Screech's chest.
Oh shit. Okay. Oh shit. That's very creative.
It ends right to the start. Young Screech and poor Jenny lying 1 street apart. An officer shaken by the boy that he claimed. 2 bodies lay lifeless, and it's such a shame. It's such a shame.
Violet. There's another one.
London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington is fighting just to stay alive. Rhythmic beats and bloodstains, she's our lady weep. She's tired and frail. To set the scene, we must rewind the hands of time for Violet's tale. glass. Her mother was a drinker and her father was a bastard. Every night he took a tie but never left the room. I'll spare you with the things he did, I'm sure her mother knew. Violet was a silent girl, she moved out at 16. A semi-detached council flat, paid for by a welfare scheme. Packing shelves at Tesco, stacking jars like pickled bricks. She met a boy named Stevie and he was a little prick. Violet was a silent girl and Violet she fell fast. See, Stevie was a wrong one, but he sure knew how to charm. Every night he took a tie but never left the room. History repeats itself, he paint her black and blue and dark. She never stood a chance. The devil comes to dance. Violet, why are you always so quiet? On the bedroom door and he's irate. He's been drinking and smoking, he's up late. And he stands by her bedside, she shakes, but her eyes stay shut. You fucking slut, I know you're up. And he pinches her eyelids and folds them up. Violet, why are you lying to me, Violet? She stays silent, things turn violent. That's the sound of his fists when they fall like a crashing pilot. Hit like hailstones, one to the collarbone, full force, full blown, blood splat, bone crack, knick-knack, paddywhack, one to the jaw when the two spat, detached fist connects and disconnects a bone. A quick deflect to misdirect the blow, but nonetheless his punches met her throat. Such a mess he's left her bruised and broke. Violet, why you always so silent, Violet? Why you such a little liar, Violet? Do you think I want to do this, Violet? In character, she stays silent. Well, say something, Violet. Silence. Fucking say something, Violet. Silence. Wait. Say something, Violet. Not one word. She stays quiet. London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington is fighting just to stay alive. The doctor, in a state of shock, saw something here so very wrong. See, Violet, she was pregnant. Poor Violet, she was 9 months gone. Turning to the doctor, Violet broke her silence and she cried, if I'm to die right here tonight, please let my baby stay alive. The doctor soon regained composure, called the surgeon to come in. As Violet's world turned to black, the curtains closed, the lights went dim. In London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington just lost the fight to stay alive. A tragedy or miracle, it happened on these very streets. Two twins aligned side by side. A girl named Jenny and a boy named Screech.
First and foremost, let me give kudos to this man for his talents. I do think this was like live. I don't think I think they did well with the audio and sound engineering and everything, but the environment was empty enough where I think it was live and he had a mic on him or whatever. Or maybe not, who knows how they did it, but all of it was done pretty well. I'm going to need to research that. So kudos to him for his combination of talents, his obvious genius. I know it takes like a while to master how he does what he does with the guitar and everything, but he was able to master it, and man, he's gone past the level of just a normal artist. He's truly a genius at his craft. And I believe music like this should be more popularized, not because it's a counterculture thing. Sometimes people popularize something because it's the counterculture and they're trying to disrupt one, two, three, four, five, and bring down something that's evil or whatever in the world, which is true. That's what the counterculture is, but I think it should be for more than that. I think that should even be a small part of why music like this should be popular. Music like this should be popular because there's a lot of people that go through things like this, and just talking to them face to face is not enough. It's not enough. There's people that go through abuse, that go through things like this where they're taken advantage of. They one, two, three, four, and just talking to them is not enough. They are more likely to listen to a song and be influenced, just like you hear kids are listen to maybe hip hop and are influenced enough to maybe go pick up a gun or to act like gangsters or whatever. Not saying that's all hip hop has, because obviously that's all rap has, because we see Ren over here, he raps, but he raps about something else. There's other rappers that rap about other things that are more important, political, social issues, one, two, three, four, five. They tell the stories of their lives. They speak this new age where rap has become more than just speaking for the streets and all the crime and all that happens in the streets. You got a new wave like people like Ren, people like Triple X, etc. They talked about their depression, the things that they go through, they suffer through. Rap has become, even though it's a little bit watered down nowadays, in pockets where people are making true music, rap has become very honest and it's become less about being so macho, but more about telling the truth of this is what is going on. And when people do that, other people that listen to this, they can relate to it, and they are more likely to listen and to look in the mirror and see reason in terms of what they're going through. And all of this, it happens. I have friends who, girls especially, like let's take the tale of Violet, who have been abused by people I was friends with. It's different when it's just a stranger and you're like, what, fuck it, we don't know this guy. Let's just kick down the door, grab her, get her out of there. Fuck him if he does something. We'll beat him up. Me and my friends could say that, or me, I could say that. It's another thing when it's one of you guys and there's this code amongst men, especially men who are in a group, where it's like, whether you agree with him or not, his relationship and his business is his business. And I believe a lot of us are raised within that make us sort of like not want to take the next step to helping even women when they're in those types of situations. Not only because of that silent code, but because we're afraid of looking stupid when we help them, and then the women just end up running back, which usually happens. Like Violet, her mindset and all of that, she's lived in a cycle of abuse and stuff, and then she left it and then went back to another abusive relationship. That happens. Like one of the recent memories that comes to mind in terms of my friends, who both of them were my friends, but the guy was abusing the girl. She didn't come from an abusive setting. She came from a wholesome family, a supportive family, etc. But she ended up with a guy who, he was mentally, my friend was mentally, he was my best friend even, and he was mentally up there, and he was abusing her and he was beating her in secret, and people didn't know. We knew that he had a short temper and he blew up on her, and he was very unreasonable. He used to make things very awkward when he used to go out and we used to do stuff and everything. He just start arguments out of nowhere, and then everyone at the table is now silent because they're like, oh fuck, this guy is angry about something else again. It was building up to it, honestly speaking. But yeah, this stuff does happen, and then you caught between talking to them, because honestly I've talked to many women about these types of situations. My mom was also in not a good situation with my father, and I talked to her. But all through my life, since I was maybe 15 or so, I found women in these types of situations, and none of them ever listen until it's too late. Thank God my mom's situation wasn't so bad in terms of her being beaten and all of that, but she was cheated on. She was verbally abused. She was hit once. She was pretty much degraded and disrespected and taken advantage of by my father to a certain extent. He wasn't a good husband, honestly speaking. He was a good provider, but he wasn't a wholesome husband, And when I used to talk to my mom about it, she didn't listen until it was too late, because the institution of marriage, the institution of religion, Christianity, the church puts pressure, the institution of everything. And then now imagine girls over here who go under not even the institution of marriage or whatever, but go under the whole thing of like being with a guy that can take care of you, because guys who can't take care of you, or guys you might not be attracted to or whatever, they can't do anything for you. And like you have this whole idea in your head, this fairy tale idea of like finding this flawed guy and being his angel with the wings and saving him. It doesn't work. It never works. None of those stuff end up as like a happy ever after. I've seen it. I've advised some friends that I know, women, in terms of like getting out of situations like this, and they stay over there. I even saw like recently, like a girl that I know who like she was telling me a situation. Like I talked to her about it. I told her 1, 2, 3. She disappeared. She comes back a year later. She's married to the guy. Sometimes music is all you need, and girls like that, you know who they listen to? They listen to The Weeknd. That girl I just told you about right now, the recent one where she's married right now, she listens to The Weeknd. What does The Weeknd sing about? Being toxic, abusive relationships, playing with girls, taking drugs, whatever, you know, being the toxic guy. Oh, I never, my daughter is never gonna meet a nigga like me because I'm so toxic and I'm so. This is what young women put in their heads, and helps, and it lands them in situations like this, whether they come from a wholesome background or an abusive background. At the end of the day, even music plays a central role in them having this fairy tale idea of like this guy who's maybe attractive or whatever to them, who's dark and mysterious, and he has cars and all of that, and he's this dark angel for them to attach themselves to, and it never works out, but they'll go anyway. And this is why we need music like this, not to even tell them what to do, but to at least hold a mirror up to them and say, this is what is happening, and talking to you isn't enough. So while you're having those visions in your head and imaginations, pay attention. This is what is happening. And as far as Jenny and Screech goes, I remember the first and only time I've been robbed, honestly, was the time I truly tried to change my life. Because honestly speaking, if I may like finish this off, when I was robbed, before that, I'd gone through so many trials and tribulations in terms of like being maybe even bullied, you know. I never took it down into like, took it, but like I was bullied and like maybe picked on for my skin color, for being a foreigner, for being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I've always had to fight through that all my life. And like I've always been in a bad place mentally in terms of all of that, and then like troubles with my father. And then the day I got robbed, honestly, just like Jenny, but it didn't end up badly. Thank God. It's like my mind broke. I even started like moving through the city and all. Like when I was going in college with a knife, I was in a bad place. I was willing to stab people. I used to move like a fiend, to the point where I started feeling the fear of people who were around me, who like would see me walking behind them and stuff. Like I could see, it's like they thought I was gonna rob them. I turned myself into the person that did that to me in order to get the fear of others. And I think my life truly changed when I decided, you know what, I'm gonna like start exercising, start working out, start doing MMA. I liked MMA, and like those are the steps I've taken since then to move more confidently, to always be ready for situations like that, even though it's with a weapon. You know, give yourself any shot you can, and to even just like the confidence you move with when you know this type of things. They show people like Screech or whatever, like, not to mess with you, honestly speaking, because a lot of these people look for the weak and they look for victims. So I would recommend that in terms of that situation, because those situations happen, and they usually don't happen to like strong people. They usually happen to the weak, because like weak people like Screech, like villains like Screech, they know who to target. They never target the strong. They target people who are just living their life. So do the best you can to defend yourself. And that's been me. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the post notification. I believe this video is going to be a little bit low quality because it's a little bit long and a little bit too big, but I hope you enjoyed the reaction anyway. Thank you. Have a good day.
Yeah, fuck all of my nemesis. You tell them I'll never cease. These niggas is Pharisees, a Judas in every scene. It's kinda embarrassing. She move with the Hennessy, she very important. How I mention that every time. My money is maritime, my hair is hammer time. I feature in every rhyme, so tell them it's my time. Mine.